My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. It's playtime. Standard. Alright. Should I do a 15th level ascension run? There's an increased amount of people recently asking me to do high ascension runs. My typical answer to whether or not I would continue doing high ascension runs is that because of the unrelenting and unforgivable nature of the game in typical high ascension runs, it kind of reinforces playing a specific playstyle. Like, you can't go super aggressive without being extremely lucky at the very least in high ascensions. You have to be pretty defensive. Like, it seems to limit the options for the kinds of deck archetypes that you can play. You can't really play the janky ones. You've really got to start working on the more honed ones, or just value operating ones. But you know what? Let's do it. Let's do a 15th level ascension run with the Ironclad, and then silent next episode. So we definitely can't lose 50% of your maximum HP. It's literally not a thing that you can do without definitely dying as a result. Also, losing our starting relic as the Ironclad is pretty much non-negotiably impossible for us as well. So probably the best thing I can do here is obtain 3 random potions. Despite the fact that the potions are nerfed in this level of ascension, courtesy of potions less potent, they're still handy. Cannot be removed from your deck. Can it be transformed? I mean, if it can't be removed, can it be transformed? You know what? Let's try and transform it. No, it cannot be transformed. All right, we'll transform a strike. Hemokinesis, I mean, it's a way for me to lose some more HP, so I'm probably not too keen on it. There's no way for me to dodge all elites on this floor, which is something you kind of want to do. Dodge as many as you can, at least. We could go to an immediate shop for a removal. Probably remove a strike. Alright. Oh, boy. Actually just going to trip defend here. Not a great opening right there. Whew. Alright, see if we can get through this without using Hemokinesis, because I'd like to heal back up after the fight if at all possible. And we can. Beautiful. Let's pick up a Cleave, because Cleave has been upgraded recently, and it's just a really good AoE option now. It does 1 more damage at both of its level. It used to go 7 to 10, and now it goes 8 to 11. Which is pretty significant. I'd love to take Feed here, but I don't have the option to. Rupture is actually interesting because I do have Hemokinesis. That said, I can't really play an HP lost deck, so I can't add a bunch of other things into it because then I'll just lose. Let's take a strike out of here because we've got a Hemokinesis as well as a Cleave. Our offensive balance is pretty good. Now, usually here I would bash defend. Should I still do that? Yeah, I still should, because my next hand is not defensive at all, so I should full defend this hand. Yeah, because I have no option to defend in this hand, so fine. Bash Cleave is 8, so it goes to 12, so it's 20 damage. All right, we're still short with that. We need to upgrade that Cleave and the Bash and possibly the Hemo. I can probably get away without using Hemo in this fight. Yeah, beautiful. Save myself some HP there. Energy Potion is now only gain 1 energy. It is worth remembering that. I kind of want to take Spot Weakness, but at the same rate, I don't. I'm taking it. Lose 11 HP. Keep that. We can remove another card for 7 HP. We should still probably do that. Get another strike out of there. Cool. Okay, we've got Ascender's Bane burnt out of the deck already. And then we'll bash to set up for the next turn. All right. No bad, no bad. Give me bash and not... Okay. All I needed was for it to not give me spot weakness there. So I'm quite pleased. Pretty good, pretty good. Could have been a lot worse. I'd love to play defensive cards, but this is a DPS race. My next hand is super poor. I think the only way I actually get this is if I use the energy potion. Because I'm going to have to rely on the vulnerability this turn, plus a reasonable draw to kill. Alright, tiny chest, gain 30 gold. You're 10% more likely to find treasure in question mark rooms, and a lot of cards that I don't particularly want. Actually, you know what? I'll take a ghostly armor as a defensive card. Gotta make sure I stop taking fights, though. I think I am, in the long run, going to save myself HP by having used that attack. Yeah. Probably none of these? Yeah, it's none of these. Alright. I'm gonna rest at this camp. Like, you have to play safe on this mode. Curse card's gonna have to be played. Playing a curse will make you lose 1 HP, but it exhausts the card. Alright, fair enough. Offering is really good. I'm pretty exclusively just looking for off. Never mind. That's a real shame. I can burn doubt. This is 150. So I can leave doubt in my deck and then just burn it every time I draw it. Is that worse? Is it worth drawing a doubt that I might have to burn? You know what? Yeah, because I still need to find a defining relic. So the negative is not that I'll have a curse in my deck the entire time. The negative is just going to be that I have a curse in my deck for a short period of time at the start of each battle. Uh-oh. I definitely have to ghostly armor, which means I probably just cleave strike. No reason to burn that. Ascender's Bane naturally. It'll do it itself. Beautiful. Poison potion. Whirlwind. Yeah. I would love to do this, but it loses so much HP very quickly, so I'm gonna do it. But oh, it's a peace pipe! You can now remove cards from your deck at rest sites. That's insane. Oh, no, the boss at the end of this floor is garbage. No. The boss at the end of this floor is actually the worst boss that I could encounter, so I am going to have to rest before going to fight them. I want my money back here as well. Oh, there we go. If I had Peace Pipe Rampage earlier, I could have done something with it, but right now, no, we just need to make this value. Now, I'm going to have to rest here. I would love to smith, I would love to toke, but I am going to have to rest. Otherwise, I'm definitely dead in this boss fight. Ugh. Definitely want to burn that one out of our deck. We're going to have to get the poison potion out of here at some point. If this guy hits us for the 36 next turn, we are deceased. So basically, my inevitability in this fight is just going to be pumping up my spot weakness. So I'm going to try and take as little damage as possible while I just spot a bunch of weakness. I spot weakness 3 times here, haven't I? No, 2. Okay. Okay, work. Mm-hmm. At some point, the enemy is going to hit me with a pretty severe hit, so I'm just going to try and stall as long as I can. Beautiful. And it shouldn't be that difficult to transform you this turn. There we go. That's exactly what I was looking for. Now I'm on 15 strength. This spot weakness is actually single-handedly going to be why I get through to the next phase of this. Although it looks like maybe I could have rest. Dang. Limit break. Spot weakness limit break is now a win condition. It's more fine in this mode than ever before to take Sozu, courtesy of the fact that potions are worse. So not being able to obtain them is not as big a loss as it usually would be. So I want to go to as many rests as is humanly possible. There's an elite on every path except... Yeah, there's an elite on every path, so... as many rests as is humanly possible, as well as many shops and many question marks. There's 3 rests on this side, 4 for the final part, or literally 2 shops though. I do need to go to the shops. That is a huge part of this for me. I'm about to go to the shop, so I'd really like to save my energy here. My money rather. Ouch. I hate how little I can do here. Like, I pretty much just had to cop that one on the chin. Ooh, we need some more defensive potential real soon. Thunderclap, okay. Pummel is actually a finisher for us. We should take that first. Paper Frog enemies with vulnerability take 75% more damage rather than 25% more damage. There's also Rupture, which, along with the blue candle, will allow us to burn curses for strength. No, we should just remove the curse. We'll take the Paper Frog. I would take these block potions, but we have Sozu. I'll take a copy of Shrug It Off. I'm actually really tempted to take the Anchor as well. But I want to save myself some money because there's a couple of vents here. Regal Pillow, heal an additional 15 HP when you rest. Don't mind if I do, because I might need to do that directly before the boss on this floor. Alright, that worked out pretty well. Oh, never mind. 14 by 4, and then beautiful. Finish it off. Regen potion gets immediately eaten. I'm tempted to take Thunderclap. Thunderclap Cleave Whirlwind would comprise the entirety of my AoE, but the reason I want Thunderclap especially is because of the Paper Frog. Another way to set up vulnerability that then gets utilized by the Paper Frog is a good thing. Let's just try and get as far through this deck as we can. Good lord. There's some more block for you. Am I gonna die in this fight? Yeah, I am. I didn't need to die that turn because I didn't need to use the Hemikinesis, but I wasn't going to kill him the turn after anyway. Ugh. That That was a really good deck with really good relics. Like, it wasn't a really good deck. It was a deck that was made out of value picks. Like, if I was to take this deck and cut cards out of it, I would remove, obviously, Ascender's Bane, probably both of those strikes, probably the Hemikinesis. It would go more aggressive. It would use Spot Weakness, Limit Break, Whirlwind. I'd leave the Shrug It Off, the Thunderclap. I'd probably drop the Pummel and the Cleave and the Clash. And the Bash and the Ghostly Armor. But this is the kind of thing I'm talking about, right? Like, it's difficult to get certain things to work. Like, a deck that definitely would have worked in a different mode or a lower ascension there chooses not to. Okay, lose all gold from random rare relic is ridiculous. Sundial is also pretty good. Every 3 times you shuffle your deck, gain 2 energy. Now, someone has brought up a really good point about Sundial in the comment section. I apologize that I can't name you off the top of the Chrome Dome, but the Sundial refers to the shuffling of your deck. There is a colorless card called Deep Breath that has you shuffle your discard pile into your deck and then draw 1 card. Would that count as a shuffle towards the Sundial? If there is, at any point in this floor, the opportunity for me to possibly explore that, I'd love to do so. I have no option here but to take 12 damage. Delightful. And I have no option here but to deal barely any damage. Delightful. Alright, should be able to kill you in the next turn. As long as we don't get the world's most garbage draw. Beautiful. Take Pommel Strike because it draws. Doesn't have a negative effect on our Sundial as long as we play it every single time we draw it. I'm going to use that Sundial for some unfair energy generation wherever possible. Good. And murder. Ghostly Armor. In any other mode, I would take Clash there. But I don't think I can afford to do that. Really hoping to draw my Ghostly Armor off of that draw there. Would have been quite handy indeed. It's Intimidate. This is a weird one, but I think it's Intimidate because enemies deal higher damage in this mode, so having a Weaken is actually more important. Because since they're dealing a higher amount of damage and Weaken is a percentage reduction, it's more effective. It scales with their damage in terms of effectiveness. It's actually Intimidate there. Can't believe that. We should remove a card at pretty much every available opportunity so we can increase the speed with which we shuffle through our deck. I'll upgrade Pommel Strike, so again, we can increase the speed with which we shuffle through our deck. This will save me some HP. So we drop the Explosive Potion now. Damn it! Didn't give me a bash? Oh well. Regen Potion, not bad. I actually really like Carnage, I gotta be honest with you. I really like Carnage these days. I'm gonna take it. Also quite early upgraded if I can. Alright. We'll drop a hit there and take 7 damage. Yeah, because if he gets protected, I'm gonna have to kill him next turn anyway, so... Figured something sneaky like that might occur. Now I need to start focusing on that Gremlin Wizard, and I'm probably not gonna get him. So I guess my goal in the next turn is just have 30 block. It's unrealistic. And disarm. Again, it's this one doesn't scale in the same way the weakness does, but it's going to be pretty important against any boss that doesn't multi-hit. Boss. Rough. Happy Flower, every 3 turns, gain an energy. We've got a lot of energy accelerant relics right now. We need to upgrade both Carnage and Bash because that's our useful damage output. Can save myself 4 HP with an Apply Poison. Yeah. Not the worst value I've ever heard of. Carnage. Get another regen potion. Good pickup. Good pickup. I actually kind of want to take the Burning Pact here. Increased shuffle through my deck as well as some curation as I go through. And I might have the energy to support it with the Sundial and the Happy Flower. Sure. I'm primarily going to be focusing on the Fungi Beast in the front line. Literally 1 damage off being able to kill the Fungi Beast. Well, I mean, look, when the opportunity presents itself to insta-kill the backline, I had to. It has to be Thunderclap, right? It's just too good not to, especially because I have an upgraded Carnage. At this rate, I want to upgrade either Disarm or Burning Pact. Because I have a second vulnerability in the deck, so I don't care so much about upgrading my Bash anymore. Like, in fact, I want to remove the Bash where possible. Disarm and Intimidate are both going to be useless against the end boss on this floor, so let's actually upgrade the Burning Pact. Shame, I'd really like that Paper Frog if it were available. Again, I'll go for another upgrade here. I think we need to get the Ghostly Armor upgraded. Because a lot of the time, we're only going to be able to afford, really, to play 1 block in a turn. So it may as well be the one that I use. Speaking of, though, I have to play it this turn if I want to keep it in my deck. Let's remove our strike there. Thunderclap, and now we get to Carnage. Beautiful. You know what? I'm actually going to start a regen potion here. I think it's going to be difficult. I think we might actually have severe difficulties with this one. Not a horrible draw, and I'm grateful to have the extra energy on that turn. This is pretty much what I was expecting. Breaking you with the Carnage. Okay. Yeah. Let's try and make sure that your split has as little HP as possible. Yeah, this one's rough. It's actually probably just all defensive. One down. Thunderclap Carnage is insane. That's why I was so keen on getting vulnerability available to have applied before we used Carnage. I'm so glad that I can kill with this hand, because now I get to save the Sundial for later. Demon Form is a win condition, but with our deck, we already have Carnage as our damage dealer, and we're using defensive cards. Can we afford Demon Form? We probably can, but... Oh... We need a win condition. We can't just value win in level 15, can we? We probably can, actually. Playing Demon Form is just super slow, but we do have a bunch of energy accelerants. You know what? I'm going to take the Demon Form. And same reason as I took it last time, I'm going to take a Sosu here. It's also more important that I have extra energy in this build because I have a Demon Form, I have a Carnage, I have a Bash, I have card draw. You know, all of those things want you to have extra energy where available. I want to hit as few elites as possible and as early a shop as possible, so I'm going to go over the right-hand side. This is going to be the absolute GD death of me. Super tempted to play Demon Form, but I'm just about to shuffle my deck, so if I play those two, there's a possibility I just draw lethal this turn. Yep. And it'd look a lot like that. Energy Potion, as well as an Uppercut. Uppercut is a really good card. It's another way to apply weakness. Sure. Offer them another strike out of my deck. So I can disarm one of them, and then that one will never deal damage to me. Well... mostly. Not much is ever so cut and dry. Because it can still choose to do just one single big hit. But if it does a lot of multiple hits, it's never going to hit me. I'm gonna need some AoE to handle this floor. Let's destroy that Demon Form. There's no way we're ever gonna be able to play that. Take a bunch of damage here. Right, 12 incoming this turn. I can completely defend myself. Frontliner is only going to get one of their negatives off. Beautiful. Hell yeah, and another regen potion. I think I have to take the cleave here. As much as I don't want to start putting extra stuff in my deck, I need the AoE, and I can't just rely on seeing a whirlwind in this shop. I might actually want the Immolate as well. Like, Whirlwind is... AoE is super important on this floor. Like, it's actually dramatic. I have to leave instantly. I can't afford to lose more HP. Upgrade the Immolate to do 7 more damage in AoE. It's going to shuffle and put a burn in my draw pile, but... by itself, it will be able to clear this. Oh boy. 1 damage short. Because I was weakened, because there was a fat gremlin spawned here. Oh, that's so harsh. Alright. Yeah, I'm dead. Like, I can kill all of your friends, but then I'm just dead to you this turn. Could have double defended, but then I just would have had another turn of that kind of same type of thing. Can you see why maybe I don't play that many High Ascension runs? Even the people who, like, streak High Ascension, like the ones that the statistics that I read from people who make, you know, massive info dump posts on the subreddit, tend to say that they win like 50% of the time, 60% of the time. I don't know if I really want to do a series like that, but hey, people wanted to see some High Ascension runs, so we'll do this, and then next episode will be some silent High Ascension runs, and then we'll go back to things a bit more my speed. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.